Hey everyone, oh my god. So I'm very excited today because today's video is looking lit. Do you want to know why? Do you really want to know why? Because we got this in town. I'm pretty sure you know what this is. If you don't know what this is the Fenty Beauty Hydrating Foundation. I'm so excited to try this just because the first foundation that Rihanna came out with, obviously it was matte. I got it right here, so I've tried it before. Do you guys want to see the shade difference? I don't even know if you can see. I'll show you my hand, but honestly, right, Rihanna, she came out with the matte one, and for me the matte one was too matte, like it dried way too quick and things like that. So I'm very excited to try this. So Rihanna, go sis. All right. So I haven't watched any reviews, literally no reviews. I went to Boots and I bought it because I was gonna order it online, but I decided to go and get my shade because I always get my shade wrong. And I was going based off of what my foundation that I currently use looks like on my hand, and I just, hopefully this is the best. I know that I have warm undertones. This shade here is 430 and it has warm golden undertones, so I'm excited. I only bought that, however, I didn't buy the primer or anything else, just because it is something that I'm going to use with the rest of my makeup. Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to really use the primer if I do get it, so I'm going to be using the products that I already have, because I feel like switching up my routine would be too much. So I'm just going to be using this. I'm going to use a brush on one side and a beauty blender on the other side, and yeah, we'll see what happens, because this foundation for me was not it. It's not just because of the shade I got. So yeah, wanna watch the video, wanna know how this foundation works? Not even this foundation, keep watching, all right? Thanks. So first I'm gonna show you guys the difference between this foundation shade and this foundation shade. So this is the shade 460. Now, when I got this foundation, I'd just come back from Jamaica, so I went to Harvey Nichols because that's the only place the Fenty Beauty was sold at the time. I went to Harvey Nichols, and obviously I just come back from Jamaica, so I had like the maddest tan, but it wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't that bad for it to be this dark. Let me show you guys on my hand. It is so dirty, I'm so sorry, because I've had it for almost 2 years. But that's what that looks like. I know you can see that. That is definitely not me. Like, nothing close to me at all. Like, let me... Oh, fuck! No. That's too, like, dark. Do you know what I mean? It's too dark. And then the shade I have here is 430. I was gonna get 420, but I got 430. 420. This foundation right here, I like the way it looks and everything like that. I like how it's like a... it looks like it's a squeezy bottle, because when I was trying to like test it and stuff, I was squeezing it. No, it's not a test, it's not squeezy, and it's so hard to open. But what it is you open it and it's literally a pump. So it pumps like this, so I'm just gonna pump it onto my hand. So yeah, can you see the difference between the foundations? This one is very much more me. Let me show you guys. That one is very much more me, and it looks a lot more like the foundation that I already use, which matches perfectly. So that's why I prefer this over that one. Like, I'm basically tanned right now, and this one, the 460, wouldn't even work. So yeah, and obviously as you can see, the 460 dries so fast. Now I'm debating whether I should take off my eyelashes and then put them back on. Yeah, because I like to do my eye makeup, so like, obviously, so everything's even. So I'm gonna take these off just before I start dethroning the queen. That's what it feels like. Oh god damn, wow. So that's what we look like. I'm gonna have to clean these lashes before I put them back on, but besides the point. Now we're gonna go into the application. Before that, I'm gonna prime, obviously, because you want to prime. I'm gonna use a hydrating primer. This is the e.l.f. hydrating primer. It's from like Superdrug. Great price. I'm not gonna go buy the £24 primer when this is like £7.50. So I'm just gonna continue to use this. It does its job well. So I'm just gonna... Okay, So it may have looked like it like mattified my face down a little bit, but it's definitely hydrating, don't worry. It does feel very silicone-y though, but that's not what the video is about. Before we start anything, I'm just gonna dampen my sponge so that it's wet for when I do, well, not wet but damp, so that when I do put on foundation it's ready. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with the foundation brush. I use the Revolution Pro 230 brush. I love this brush because it's like a dense brush, and yeah, I use it to do my foundation most of the time. So we're just gonna do half and half. So I'm just gonna open it. Ugh. I'm gonna put it on my face and then blend it out that way. I don't wanna put it on the back of my hand. I don't even know how much to use, so I'm just gonna dot it around. It's very hard to pump out, I'm not gonna lie, because I don't want to pump out too much and then it explodes, do you know what I mean? And I'm gonna use the brush, I'm just gonna blend that out and see how it blends. Okay, so yes, I look crazy, but this is literally sometimes how I look. This foundation, I feel like it is medium to full coverage. Let's see what it says on the back. Massage well. It doesn't say anything about what it is, but I'm pretty sure on the website it must say that it is it's definitely hydrating, because the other foundation dries so fast, but it is medium coverage, I'd say, just because foundations that don't really cover my birthmark around here, I wouldn't call them full coverage. And it is also very orange, but I can correct that with all my concealing and whatever, like I can fix it. So yeah, I'm gonna go in on the other side now. So I'm gonna take the foundation and dot it on this side of my face. That is enough, right? Yeah, so I'm gonna take the sponge now, I'm gonna blend that out. Okay, so I'm done. This kind of is my shade, but I can always work on it, obviously. But I feel like I look crazy, what the hell? But I prefer the way it blended out with the sponge more than I did like it with the brush, just because looking at the way it is with the brush, it doesn't look as flawless to me. Like I can still see how like much more I could blend, whereas with the sponge it does look very similar, but I would prefer to just use a sponge all the way over. But I'm doing this for you guys. But now we're gonna move on. I'm gonna do the rest of my face. I'm gonna show you guys my concealer, and then how I set it, and then I'll just carry on with the rest and stuff like that. I used the Makeup Revolution concealer in the shade C12. It's Conceal and Define, and I just start underneath. I don't even dot it, like I don't know what I'm doing. So some of you might be like, oh, this highlighter is too light, but I feel like it's just right for me to balance out the center of my face, especially because like my hands are very light and so is my neck. Like everything's just a different color, so obviously if I do this, it makes everything even. So I'm gonna blend it all out with a sponge, just because that's how I do my makeup from here. So I'm gonna blend it all out with a sponge now. Hold up, what? Hold on. That blends so nice. That is so... I'm gonna go to this side now. Okay guys, I love the way that the concealer blended into it. Like, I love it so much. It blended so seamlessly. However, because it's hydrating, remember, it's still going to be shiny. And I like that about a foundation. That's why I use the Revolution Pro one, because I like to set my things down rather than have them set themselves. I don't know what it is, it's just me. But I really like how that blended a lot. We're gonna go in and go in with the rest. So I'm just gonna blend out the creases and then set it with my Makeup Revolution Banana Deep Powder. Or should I use the actual banana? I feel like I'm gonna use the actual banana powder today just because I wanna brighten my face up a bit. So I'm gonna use the actual banana powder today. You know what? I love how Huda Beauty sells in Harrods and nowhere else. Like, I think it's funny. Cause like Fenty Beauty is killing shit. Like, what the hell? Okay, so I've realized that the creasing under my eye is really bad. Like, look, it's really bad. But besides that, everything's fine. I just really want to go ahead and fix the creasing. So I'm just gonna carry on and fix the creasing because I'm not happy. I know it's gonna be horrible, but I'm gonna use my Pound Shop powder to set my face because that's what I do. Like, I'm not trying to change it. I'm now gonna contour. Okay, I finished my whole face. Everything is good. And I'm okay with the foundation. Like, I really like it. I just really feel like, honestly, the side with the brush, where I use the brush, which is this side here, is like not as smooth, because when I was applying my concealer and the powder, it kept creasing under my eye when it wasn't doing that under this eye. Everything has been smooth under this eye. This eye has been very weird and everything. You might not be able to see it. It doesn't even look that bad, but like around here, I don't know if you can see it, it's just not holding up too well. But I'm not mad. Like, I'm not mad at it at all. You know what? This foundation right here is good, and I'm gonna use it sometimes. I'm not gonna use it too often. It's £27. Like, I'm not trying to use that all the time, do you know what I mean? So I'm very happy with the foundation. I like how it's hydrating, so it's good for my type of skin, because this foundation didn't really work out for me. It would have worked out for me maybe 2 years ago, but the shade wasn't good, so I couldn't use it. I set my face with the Revolution Glow Fix spray, of course, and yeah. Thank you for watching this review. I'm happy about it. Like, I'm very happy with the purchase. Everything's cool or whatever. So yeah, see you guys in another video. Don't forget to follow up my socials. My Snap is iman.sabrina. My Insta is iman-sabrina. No, it's not. What? No. You know what? My social media will be down below in the description if you want to find it. And yeah, see you guys in another video. Bye. Bye. Thanks for the good foundation, sis. Alright, I like it. I like this side anyway. Yeah, bye.